a shot of Reggie Johnson with that left hand right on the button, a bumblebee long.
And you notice he set it up with that right jab.
Doing a remarkable job using that jab.
Round number 7. Bumblebee didn't have his mouth beat. Now he's got it ready to go. Of the Bumblebee's 22 professional wins. And of course he was fighting as a welterweight. He had 12 knockouts. Reggie Johnson has had 18 knockouts in his 28 victories. Reggie Johnson's jab with the right hand from the southpaw stance is very quick and very effective.
Remember, we're talking about Norman Lockwood, a cut man. We haven't seen any blood coming out of Bumblebee's eye.
Lockwood's a magician, absolutely a magician.
Get on, B. Slow it down, B. Come on, get on.
Look out. That's not a punch, that's a throw. Naturally, depending on where you're sitting, the angle of it, you could think he got hit.
Right. Those people on the side come back to our right thought it was a punch. They didn't see.
That's the first time in the fight that Reggie Johnson has dropped his hands. I don't read anything like fatigue into it, but he did drop his hands for the first time just a second ago.
But you don't check when he got hit in the back of the head. That may have affected him.
Possibly. Reggie Johnson beat De Silva here back in December. It was not a clean knockout. It was a TKO stopped by the referee. Rudy Jordan worked in his usual fine style in that fight. End of the round. More Boxing is brought to you by Budweiser, and a great way to reward yourself after the bout, win or lose, is with a clean, crisp taste of Beechwood Age Budweiser. Yeah, this Bud's for you. And brought to you by West Coast Detectives, transportation and protective services worldwide since 1922, headquartered in North Hollywood, California. Now you can watch and see that it was a throw rather than a punch that sent Johnson to the ropes.
Yes, here's another angle, chick. Here's where, yeah, he got hit a little shove in the back of the head.
Yeah. The judges working this fight are Gwen Adair, Robert Byrd, and Burton Gilliam. The referee does not have a vote. What do you got in the way of scoring?
I've got it 70-63 in favor of Reggie Johnson.
That means that you've awarded every round to Reggie Johnson.
Absolutely.
10-9. If you just joined us, the man in the white trunks is Reggie Johnson, the USBA middleweight champion. He is not defending his title, of course, in a 10-round bout. He's trying to demonstrate to those who should see it and recognize it that he's ready to fight for the title against Michael Nunn. the WBC title holder. That's as hard as Johnson has thrown a punch. It didn't land, but it's as hard as he threw it. The IBF title, I should not credit the WBC to none. Of course, it's the IBF. And Reggie Johnson is the #1 contender.
See, Bumblebee starting to work to the body quite a bit now, Chick, after the last round.
I'll tell you one thing, Bumblebee's making Johnson miss quite a few.
Well, yes, and he has nothing to be ashamed of his performance tonight. He's doing a remarkable job after being off for 2 years. So.
He really is. If we're to be led on by your scorecard, and I think we should be, unofficial though it is, the only way Bumblebee could win now would be by a knockout. He's taking some shots now. That right hand really caught him alongside the jaw. A good jab by Long got through.
Oh, they just collided heads there, Chick.
Yeah. Oh. You got a lot of blood now starting to come out of the corner of the right eye of Bumblebee Long. We don't know how severe it'll become.
And Reggie's got to be very careful of that, too, for suffering a cut for him.
When they bumped heads, there's no indication that Johnson suffered a cut. Long definitely did, or else opened up one that was already there. But the cut now is on the right eye. He was being treated for a cut above the left eye previously by Norm Lockwood. I think Johnson feels he could take him out in this round, but it's too late. All right, we'll be going to round number 9, and jumping into the corner now is Lockwood again, and they'll call the doctor in. Dr. Robert Carnes. The referee is talking to Dr. James Jenkins, and let's see what the decision is. The crowd never wants it stopped, but that's not the governing factor. The governing factor is, can he suffer? That's all, it's over. Can he suffer permanent eye damage? It stopped. Well, I'll tell you, like you said a minute ago, L. Bumblebee Long has nothing to be ashamed of. And the doctor is in there now telling him why he stopped it and convincing him that he made the proper decision, and Bumblebee is not arguing.
I think it's a good stoppage, Chick, because Dr. Carnes is very qualified.
Johnson went over and actually kissed him on the forehead. Now he kisses the doctor for stopping it. Let's watch and see if we can see how the headbutt occurred. On Prime Network, Coast to Coast. Keep your eye on their heads.
Oh, there it is.
That's a hard one. I'll tell you, it's lucky that Johnson didn't get cut, too. Another angle. Again, the reason that Johnson didn't get cut, in my opinion, is his head was bent forward a little bit, and actually the hair is what cracked into Johnson, or rather to Long. Long's disappointed, but boy, he put up a courageous fight. He hasn't been in the ring since the 27th of April, 1989. We'll be back with the official time in a moment. This is Fight Night at the Forum on the Prime Network, Coast to Coast. Jimmy Lennon Jr. just back from Hawaii, where he introduced the Thomas Hearns fight yesterday, or the day before. Let's go to Jimmy Lennon Jr. now.
Ladies and gentlemen, at the end of round number 8, the referee in charge, Dr. James Jenkins, stops the contest on advice of the ringside physician, Dr. Robert Carnes. A winner by way of technical knockout, maintaining his #1 world ranking, Sweet Reggie Johnson.
29-1, 19 knockouts. A proud moment again for the Dame Boxing Club that he joined in May of '89, and with them he has won 11 straight fights. A great tribute to Albert Davila, former world champion himself, who has been training this young man. Reggie Johnson is going to be interviewed now by Ruben Castillo. Let's go to Ruben.
Thank you, Chick. Reggie, it was a good fight for you. You hit him with some great combinations. Tell us, was there any time did you think you could take him out, or was it a good workout for you?
Well, you know, our plan, first of all, I'd like to thank God for giving me another opportunity, another goal. Well, the game plans was come in and just box because, you know, I haven't fought in three months, and that's inactive for me. So I just wanted to box, and that next round I was going to pick up the pace. Al Bumblebee been around a long time. You know, he's a courageous fighter, and may God bless him and his family.
Well, you know, you haven't fought since December 19th, 1990. Did that affect you in any way? Did you still feel sharp?
Well, no, I felt a little off, but, you know, I stayed in the gym, man. This training for this fight, man, is rough, but I stayed in the gym. I got up for a couple of fights that fell out. But, you know, I had strong people around me, Marty Dinkin, my publicist, Gregory Sanders, and other people, you know, kept me up and, you know, instilled positive things in my head. So, you know, hey, I was here and I was ready.
Okay, Reggie, what about Michael Nunn? Tell us what's going on now.
Well, you know, hey, Michael Nunn, I heard he took another fight, but, you know, hey, June, I have the mandatory. You can pay me now or you can pay me later.
Well, we know that he's got till June to sign,
right,
or they will strip him from his title. You are the mandatory defense. So good luck to you. God bless you, and I hope everything works
Ruben,
out.
I'd like to thank some sparring partners, Montel and Monroe Brook Jr. Man, those guys were great. They pushed me.
Absolutely. Let's go back to ringside to Chick Hearn.
All right. A guy that's really looking forward to that championship. He says he's number one. What do you think? Is it he or Michael Nunn? No doubt. In Reggie Johnson's mind on Championship Boxing.